Alrighty guys, and welcome back to Star Wars Review. Today I am going to be reviewing the novel Star Wars Alphabet Squadron, which is written by Alexander Freed, and it came out June 11th, 2019. So yeah, yeah, I'm going to be giving spoilers for this review, so if you haven't read it and you don't want to be spoiled, then not obviously the book's over a year old now, so yeah, but you know, so I'm giving spoilers. I'm gonna not try to give any major stuff off, but yeah, yeah, the novel I really enjoyed it. Wasn't fully what I was expecting. It was a lot more character driven than I thought it was gonna be. So yeah, I thought it was gonna be a lot more about the conflict and more about this Imperial pilot group, Shadow Wing, their name. So yeah, I thought it was gonna be a lot more about that, but actually a lot more about the pilots of Alphabet Squadron and whatnot, which it's not a bad thing. I really like that because I really liked the characters, five main characters of Alphabet Squadron. So, and I love character-driven stories. So stories I really like, which obviously a good bit of the canon novels are a lot more character-driven stories than I don't know, plot-driven stories. I don't know, bigger picture, stories, I guess. Because, story is still smaller scale, because, the fate of the galaxy is in their hands, and, in this story, the pilots of Alphabet Squadron aren't trying to save the galaxy like, Luke is in, A New Hope, or the original trilogy, or, or any of the characters in the movies or anything like that. So yeah, but the five characters of Alphabet Squadron: Yirka Quell, Will Lark, Chasta, Chadwick, Nath, Tenzin, and Kairos, and alternate between the point of views. Each learning chapters, and there'll be like a little bit where it's from one point of view, switch off to someone else, which I like that. I'll get into that more in a moment. I also had the point of view of some of the other characters, like Harrison Dola, who from Rebels. She's in the book 2, and there's maybe only like a few times where it's from her point of view, and then there's a few other newer characters, like Karen Aiden, who's kind of gets creates Alphabet Squadron, gets a group to take down Shadow Wing, and then villain, like really the main villain of the story, I guess, Shakara Nares, who's featured in the TIE Fighter comic miniseries, and obviously not very much, and how the book is structured, it's part 1, part 2, part 3, so like a 3-act structure, but at the end of each part, there's a chapter from the point of view of a character named Devin, which I'll get into that in a moment, but I'll talk about all the characters individually here, mainly at the Alphabet Squadron. So like I said, I really fell in love with all 5 of them. I don't know which one's my favorite. I really like all of them. So maybe Will Lark was my favorite. I don't know, but yeah, I guess I'll start with Kairos. So I don't know what her species is. At least in this novel, might be revealed in the next few or next two. So yeah, but she's like there's like some, I don't know, I guess cyborg stuff to her, I guess. I'm not fully sure. As explained early on in the novel, I kind of forgot, but yeah, and she doesn't like speak. Well, she speaks once in the entirety of the novel, so yeah, but and we really didn't get from her point of view very often. I believe it was only once we actually got from her point of view, which was at near the end. So yeah, but I liked how she interacted with the other characters and whatnot. And we do get a little bit of her backstory, not a whole lot. I would assume probably fully fleshed out. And, next novels in the trilogy. So yeah, but I liked her. And then the characters on the cover, Yerika Quell, who was a former TIE pilot TIE fighter pilot for the villainous squad, Shadow Wing, 204th Imperial Fighter Wing or whatever. I don't know, but it's referred to as Shadow Wing. But yeah, and there's a decent bit of Imperial defector stories, definitely in canon and whatnot. But I like this one. She's not just accepted right in. She's kind of more doubted by Karen Aiden, and not even though he chose her, but and she has to kind of prove herself that she's the good guy, I guess, and be part of the New Republic and all of that, and she's chose to lead the squadron, Alphabet Squadron. But I really like that. Obviously, it has some imperialness. Trying to lead like in her, it's an imperial fighter squadron. So yeah, no, I really like that, and obviously, kind of starting to and become more and more of the rebel and whatnot. I enjoyed her. Obviously, all the characters' story arcs aren't complete yet, and progress more and more as the series goes on. But yeah, and I guess because they're Alphabet Squadron, they all fly different starfighters. Kairos flies the U-wing, and Yerkal flies the X-wing. So yeah, so yeah, I really enjoyed her. And then there's Nath Tenson, who's an older pilot. Flies a Y-wing, but he lost his old squadron to a Shadow Wing, and kind of flew into hiding because of it. But comes out and decides to join Alphabet Squadron to take down Shadow Wing. I enjoyed him. But he's a more easygoing character. Obviously comes off as hard and I don't know what the word I don't know, edgy. I don't know, but definitely. But throughout the story, he's easygoing and he befriends most of the squadron. So yeah, but yeah, I definitely liked his losing his old squadron to a Shadow Wing and not. But and there's Willark and Chasna Chaddock, who are part of two separate squadrons, Riot and Hound Squadron, aboard the ship called the Hellions there. But this is all in the first act, whatever you want to say, novel. Shadow Wing starts to attack the ship, and they go through a long chase through hyperspace, and they follow them through hyperspace and whatnot, which is interesting there how they did it and whatnot. But ultimately, Will and Chas are the only survivors. So yeah, but Will, I liked. He was very he was more like a kinder, more idealistic character. I really enjoyed him. His backstory about his home planet, Polynus. He refers to it as home. I really liked that kind of the lore behind it, one might say. So yeah, I liked him, but yeah, and then Chas the Chanic, he's a Thelian, I believe. The rest of the characters, they're in Kairos are all just humans. But she is like inspired to join the rebellion because of Jin herself, because she ran into Jin years before, or I don't know how long before, but before Jin joined the rebellion, stole the Death Star plans. She still went by Lena Haddock or something like that. And Jin, saved her and whatnot, and she joined the rebellion because of that. I enjoyed that. Not much else was revealed about her past other than that, like, she flew with one of the like pilot group for Songware as Parsons. So yeah, I forget the name of it, but yeah, I liked her. Because like I said, that chase with the aliens there, and Will Ark survived, but Will Ark kind of, forced her to leave, and she kind of holds a grudge on him a little bit through, but eventually starts to forgive and whatnot, which I enjoyed that. But yeah, I really like this, squadron, and all five of them, and how, they come together, and, at first, not always, trusting of each other, but then, start to become more trustworthy. Obviously, like I said, as the story goes on, become more and more. But, some other characters, I mentioned that character Karen Aiden formed the group, this Alphabet Squadron, to take down Shadow Wing. He's a what species is he? A Balasar. The Attack of the Clones. At the Coruscant Cantina, Obi-Wan tells, I believe the character's name's like Elon Sleaze, something like that. Tells him to go home and rethink his life when he tries to sell Obi-Wan some death sticks. So yeah, so he's that species, but yeah, but that he's like with New Republic intelligence, and informed Alphabet Squadron to take down Shadow Wing. But I liked him, and definitely his relationship with Yurka, and not being fully trustworthy with her, and whatnot, but giving her a chance to help. Obviously, it's mainly because she was part of Shadow Wing and one to felt like it was his best chance to take them down. But yeah. But he also has a ITO Imperial interrogation droid when he reprogrammed. Just call him the droid ITO. But I enjoyed the droid acting as like a therapist for Quell in the story, which I enjoyed the scenes with them too. But yeah, Hera Syndulla is in the novel, which I really liked Hera. And Rebels and whatnot. But she's in the story because Alphabet Squadron is stationed on her flagship ship, the Lodestar, which is a Clone Wars Acclamator class ship, which are they look like the Avengers, but smaller. I guess is the best way to describe it. But yeah. But she because her word, she'll help them out and occasionally give them a mission earlier on. But yeah, I enjoyed her presence in the story. And then the I guess more main villain of the story, the commander of Shadow Wing, Shakara Nares, is also called Grandmother. Though I wish there was more of her in it. It's not in the novel a whole lot. A few times early on, she's mainly in the third act, third part of the story, but just wasn't in a whole lot. I never really interacted with many of the other characters. Only Nath Tenzin once. So yeah. And probably the biggest connection to the TIE Fighter comic miniseries. For this novel, there's a few other connections, but nothing that huge. Obviously, Yurko Quell is in the first issue of the TIE Fighter miniseries, but yeah, I just wish played a bigger role as a villain, but yeah. Then there's like I said, the character Devin, who's featured in 3 chapters. I believe it's chapter 7, chapter 14, and chapter 23, which are chapters at the end of each part. So yeah, I thought chapters were okay. But it is revealed that he's Quell's former mentor and squadron leader for Squadron Shadow Wing, Soren Keys, which I mentioned a few times before elsewhere in the novel. Quell mentions that he's dead, so yeah. But I knew he wasn't because I knew he was in the sequel Shadowfall, so I kind of assumed it was probably him. So yeah, I don't know if I didn't know that, I would have probably never even thought about that. But yeah, not much else to say there other than some teasing for the next novel because he's gonna go and lead the Shadow Wing because Nath Tenzin kills Shakar and the rest. But yeah, I enjoyed several of the characters. There's obviously some other ones. Characters from Will and Chast's old squadrons. One from Will's Sanity, who I enjoyed the moments he had. And yeah, several other characters, but I mainly enjoyed all the main characters. I really liked them, so excited to see where their story goes. But yeah. Anyways, like I mentioned, how the book was structured, just 3 parts. Just like Act 1, 2, 3, and obviously in part 1, it sets the characters up and whatnot, and part 2 is probably my favorite part. Seeing the squadron come together, have their differences, and not really fully work at first, but then come together more, and then part 3, bigger battle happens, which in each chapter will go between the point of views of all the different characters. Obviously, it's not like random. There's complete sections, like pages worth of one point of view, then I'll switch to another point of view and whatnot, which I really like that in the early on. The third part in the bigger battle, I didn't find it worked as well. There were some parts where I just wasn't fully understanding what was the big picture of the battle, so made that a little bit more confusing. That's really my biggest complaint with the novel. But I did enjoy going from different point of views. Obviously it's not the same scenes over and over again. If that was the case, then that would be really repetitive and wouldn't be a good way. But yeah, I really liked the novel. Definitely the characters. The story was good, but like I said, very character-driven story, and definitely because I like the characters, it made all that good and whatnot. But and because of it, I really like the part where we're all trying to figure out and whatnot how to become a squadron and whatnot. Even though it's not a well-oiled machine by part 3, they still have the troubles. But yeah, I just I really like this novel. This is my all-time favorite, but I definitely really liked it. So yeah, don't really have much else to say. My grade, I'm gonna give it an A-. So yeah, biggest complaint was some of the bigger battle and scenarios just had a bit more trouble following, and feeling Shakar and the rest, which there's more of. But yeah, I really like the characters of Alphabet Squadron and all of that. But yeah, this for a while, but yeah, I'll have a review of Shadowfall out soon. I haven't even picked it up yet. I need to buy it, but I'll probably do that soon. But yeah, the TIE Fighter mini comic series, I did the first 2 issues of that, which you can check out. I'll be doing the next 3 and then a full series review of that in the coming days. But yeah, anyways, I've been Star Wars Review. I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Seize that moment.
When the perfect shot